Everything that I could say would fade into insignificance compared with what my heart feels and your heart feels at this moment.
Alrighty guys, so we got Justin's engine back for Omega. Dane down there at Area 51 worked his magic, got this thing put together. Bottom end is completely done now. Pistons, rods, ARP hardware and everything all throughout. Head studs, you name it, it's all been done. So we have reinforced the bottom end of this motor so we can actually increase the power without worrying about a rod deciding to come on out and say hello to us. So I'm working on getting everything put back together. As you can see, the harness, a couple of little odd and end brackets. I'm gonna get ready to mount the turbocharger manifolds as well as the turbos back on, a couple of coolant pipes, and then from there I'll be getting ready to mount the transmission, making sure all that is ready to go. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, either midday or end of the day, I can go ahead and start getting this thing back up in his car. My goal is to try to get this thing running come Thursday, Friday, so we can start to see what's going on with the vehicle. Once we get to that point, we're gonna go ahead and get it over to the dyno. We'll get the break-in process all completed. We'll get with M Engineering and get the base map tuning and everything done. And then from there, we'll go ahead and also start turning this thing up, seeing what this thing can do. Justin wants to go ahead and do a tune on both ethanol and race gas. So we're gonna have quite a bit of time on the dyno. I'm sure that'll bleed over until next week. So as of right now, this is our main focus, is making sure we get everything put back together in proper manner. And make sure we don't have any issues prior to us getting onto the dyno. So stay tuned. It's gonna be a fun ride.
riding through my city, illuminating with my seat back. Took the long way home, it took an hour just to get back. I sit back and think about how y'all obsessed with all that chit chat. Shit, I can't do that. That ain't gonna help me with my get back. On all them niggas that thought the kid wasn't built like that. I told my niggas I left the crib, but I'll be right back. Shit, tell me what you really in it for. Only know about this service, you don't know what's in it, huh? Talking about that dirt and gravel that fuck up your furniture. Boy, you fucking up the plan, the reason I can't fuck with you. If your soul was never in it, tell me what you in it for. Only know about the surface, you don't know what's in it, huh? Talking about that dirt and gravel that fuck up your furniture. Boy, you fucking up the plan, the reason I can't fuck with you. Oh, autopilot, riding dolo, thinking wide drive. Shit, what you need, no, I'm connected like it's Wi-Fi. Shit, if I got it, then I hit you on my downtime. If you don't see me, then I see you when I'm outside. Oh,
We are here with Justin's 720. We are actually in the process right now of upgrading the fuel system. Right now, I just dropped the fuel tank down. I'm gonna get ready to take all this apart, examine what we have from the factory bits, go over everything that we have from the 765 kit, and work on transitioning that over. As you can see above my head, we got some hardware, which happens to be the full motor. So freshly back from Area 51 over there, those guys crushed it. They got everything put back together and upgraded, brand new pistons and rods and all new hardware. So that's super awesome. We went back through and just kind of freshened a few things up as we went along. Right now, everything is completely drained. There's no fluids in the transmission or in the engine. So I figured this would be the perfect time to go ahead and get this fuel tank dropped, get this stuff done, and then we can go back through and add any fluids and everything that we need for both transmission, engine, and the gas tank. So I'm actually also waiting on engineering to let me know where they want to start off with, whether it's running on the 93 octane or if they want to jump right into doing some of the higher octane fuels that Justin has recommended requested that he wants to run. So I'm going to work on getting the harnesses and everything ran for the controllers, for the fuel pumps, getting the fuel pump controller, the extra one installed, and then checking out this basket and everything and getting everything swapped out. So bear with me, tag along if you would like, and we'll see this outcome. So this here is the factory top hat. One of the big things I want to point out to you guys, which is a very common issue on the McLarens, which is never a fun deal. About this top hat, which is a common issue to be seen on these. If you ever have a 720 and you go to start your car one day and you're wondering out of nowhere why it won't start, well, there's a reason for that. We've been able to figure it out. I'll pull that out here in a second because really I want to show you guys this. So inside of here, they've actually installed this little strap here to be able to hang on to this a little bit better, which is a great improvement. But the problem is that this plastic here over time gets kind of brittle and it will break. And what happens is that this regulator will actually drop out of this. When that happens, fuel pours right out of the top of this piece here, and you don't have any fuel to actually go into the engine. Let's start that over again because that was not accurate information. I lied. So what happens is that these plastic pieces here, these are all 3D printed and these are pretty weak. So what happens is that over time, this regulator on the inside here will actually blow these little plastic tabs out of the way and the regulator will drop down. So this is your fuel feed that comes in this way, but the fuel is actually, as soon as it comes up, falls right out of the bottom here, preventing you from being able to start the car. So definitely not a good deal happening here. So obviously we want to get that upgraded here soon and get that changed out to something better so that doesn't happen to people anymore. So as of right now, I'm going to work on getting this piece here removed so we can actually test fit a prototype. Prototype. Okay, so here is the factory top hat. We're gonna go ahead and get this slid out of the way really quick, and we're gonna take a look at the prototype that we've been working on and see how it drops into place. All right, guys, so this is the prototype that we've been working on. This is just a 3D printed piece right here. Obviously, again, this is just a prototype. There is expectations that we will probably have to redo this a few good times, but for this initial try, we're just looking to see how it lines up, how it drops down onto this, and making sure that the diameters and everything are the way that they need to be when they drop inside of the tank. Once we have an idea, we'll actually be able to start the first trial runs per se on this top hat here, and we'll get that put together. So as you can see, as I'm trying to drop it in, we're just a little bit too big here, which is okay, not a big deal, but we're just a little too big. So I'm going to go ahead and get my inner diameter, as well as rechecking my outer diameter here on seeing what's going on. But again, this is just our prototype. We're making sure that this is actually going to work for what we're trying to do here. Ultimately, the other thing I'm going to do is flip this over. I'm going to check my alignment and stuff on my bolt holes and make sure that's okay. Which all of that actually seems to be pretty good. So I'm actually happy to see that. All we need to do is just improve this little bit of diameter that's in here, and then we'll be able to drop down. So I'm going to go ahead and get me a caliper tool. We're going to drop that right on in here. We're going to measure that inner diameter again just to double check. And then we're going to compare it to our outer diameter here and see what that is, and then go from there. There's a 126, 127. So guys, we are working on unboxing the 765 upgrade system here. So as you can see, this is a dual fuel pump attachment here. And what we're going to be doing is, as you can see, there are two connectors for each pump. This top hat, in comparison, if you're actually taking a look, you'll see a couple of pins only on one side and not the other. On the 765, obviously, there's going to be two. So this is basically how you can identify from the outside whether a vehicle has a dual pump setup or not, without necessarily needing to go in to the gas tank. Also, another really quick way to be able to check out if this is a possibility is if you notice that there are two fuel pump controllers. So the fuel pump controllers mount to the front of the gas tank itself. So 720 fuel pump controller will mount there, and then 765 will then come on this side. You'll also be using an additional harness to continue forward onward. So we're gonna get ready to mount all this stuff together. Need to unbox this little bit right here. And this should be the harness for the two controllers. So here are your two connectors that'll go on top of the OEM 765 top hat there. And then these will go back to the controllers themselves. So all we have to do right now is remove the old 720 fuel pump hanger assembly and replace it with this one here. So that's what we're gonna work on now. Yep, so right now, guys, we're cleaning up 70,000 miles of dirt and grime that Justin has built up over the years. So yeah, there's quite a bit. Why does this thing feel like it's not sucking? Because it's not.
ways that we could be alone. Got me falling in a daze, babe. Don't you know that you drive me half insane? I got so much left to say. You've been spreading like a wildfire in my room.
All right, guys, so we are getting Justin's car ready to get on the dyno for the first time. We have done a couple of drive cycles on the car and run cycles, making sure everything is working how it should be working. And so far, everything looks great. No leaks, no ticks, taps, knocks, any of that good stuff. So that's all good news. So right now I'm focusing on doing a little bit more engine braking in on the dyno. So we'll let it run for a little bit. Just kind of working out some of the little kinks and stuff. But typically on an engine that's freshly built, you want to do an engine break-in. You want to get everything to kind of seal and seat in properly during this process. You don't want to have any issues while you're on the dyno on a freshly built engine and you're running this thing to maximum output, and let's say the rings or something is not sealing correctly, that would be a very bad day. So you want to make sure that you go through and do everything properly, make sure it's all good to go. So that's my job right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get these hubs hooked up to this bad boy and just kind of let it run for a little bit. After that, we'll be online with M Engineering. We'll start the tuning process. We'll get a couple of the maps sorted out. We'll focus on 93 octane in the beginning, and then we'll switch over to the big stuff.
Don't nobody else make me feel like. Don't nobody else make me feel like. So don't nobody else make me feel like. Yeah. Don't nobody else make me feel like. Don't nobody else make me feel like. So don't nobody else make me feel like.
Right? It'll look kind of like blotchy in areas and stuff, and that's just saying like something's wrong. And obviously you don't want to push the car to that next point if that's something that's, you know what I mean? So you got to be very on point, very on top of what you're doing. Yep. So basically for the break-in process, the question that was asked is, what are you necessarily doing in this process right now before running? And all you're doing is you're making sure that you're seating the rings, right? You're making sure that everything is going to be put together. Again, you don't want to have any irregulations with vibration, any weird noises of any sort. Once you kind of get used to how the car is and you kind of hear what's going on, go ahead and drain the oil. You inspect the oil, check the filter, check for any signs of any metal, bearing material, any of that stuff. Once it's all done, you put fresh oil in it, get everything back up to temp again, and then you start making your passes, and you slowly progress as you go. And the whole time you're just waiting, you know, for God forbid any signs of something wrong. So again, noises, vibrations, you know, check your temperatures constantly, making sure that there's no irregulations in your temperatures, all of that.
So are the old tunes still on here?
No, this is a base map right now. Yeah, all that shit's gone. So that's pretty much it. So we'll throw these plugs back in it right now, and we'll fill it back up. We'll inspect the filter real fast, make sure that's good, fill it up, and
And then we're kind of good to go to start.
yep, we'll start doing passes.
Yeah. You just shot me down.
Don't get that on camera. All right, so we're putting fresh oil in it right now. We'll go ahead and upload our first run. We'll data log it, send it into M Engineering, have them review, and then they'll start sending us some upgraded files. The first tune that we'll be working with is 93 octane. So we'll start off light and slowly work our way up. And then from there, once we're happy with 93 octane, we'll be ready to throw some MS 109 in there and really start to lean on it. So we'll be able to see what this upgraded fuel system does, and really go from there. That's ultimately one of the biggest upgrades, and the fact that this bottom end is much more reinforced. So I'm excited to see what we get. All right, guys, so we put down 922 to the hub dyno on 93 octane with Justin's build here. So we're getting ready to go ahead and run the MS 109. That'll be next. We got a couple of little steps that we're gonna take until we go to max effort. So this is where the big power comes in at this point. So stay tuned.
drink when I overthink. I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I overthink. I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I overthink. I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I overthink. I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I overthink. I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I overthink. And I only think about you. And I only think about you. I only think about you. And I only think about you. I only think about you. And I only think about you.
You ready?
I is ready.
All right, guys. So we have the finished product here behind us.
Totally start
This
over.
guy done fucked
Totally
up our
start
video.
over.
Cut.
Okay. I'm serious now. After you, sir.
You know how much it's like for every second? It's like 35 hundo.
Really?
That's expensive ass fucking SD memory in there.
damn. You better
You see him? Look at him
you
eating
better
over there.
two-stroke it. Like,
Both hands. You got it?
we're done.
All right, guys. So we're here finally with the finished product of Omega.
Yes.
This isn't necessarily the unveiling of the vehicle, but we definitely wanted to have this video after we had got all the work done, the dyno stuff done, the wrap completed.
Yep.
In the shop. We just wanted to have Justin come on through and let him see the car with it all put together again. Seeing the car fully assembled, granted you guys wrapped it in
Yeah.
many pieces.
Yep. But it just
Seeing
came
it-
here in boxes.
Yeah, came here in boxes. So finished product, you got the wheels on it, you got the wrap done, you got the power now. What are you thinking? What's the overall?
We're gonna fuck around and find out.
All right, all right.
No, I'm super happy with the car. This isn't the first time we've done this, so it's kind of like a long-standing marriage we have, and this thing just keeps evolving. So, so you may wonder, like, oh my God, you just got this custom-built McLaren. Why aren't you jumping up and down and going crazy? Well, because we've done it 5 times.
We have
So,
1,000 plus horsepower on several occasions. So that part is really cool. But this one here is more special,
It
right?
is.
So we
It
teamed
is.
up with Area 51 on this one. Dane came through clutch,
Yep.
put together an awesome product for us, so we could actually lean on this. And with the VP 110, and we're also going to be retuning it on ethanol next as well.
Yep.
I mean, we have great results, you know.
No,
So-
this has been an incredible car. So, you know, we've ran this car almost a decade.
It's crazy to believe, dude.
We've been doing this together for a long time, from it being stock on Netflix Fastest Car to a tune to downpipes and a tune to exhaust injectors, etc. So
Then new variants of the
we
turbos, remember that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so this car's evolved. Now we've got prototype turbos from Pure. We've got Area 51's new top of the line engine package. Ask me why I need it. You can see a video. There's some rods laying at AMP. We've been there and done that, and it's been a cool evolution
It
to
has.
watch the car grow, to watch you and I both grow.
Yep.
As a driver and a builder, I think this car has been a terrific platform for us, and it's been fun to watch it evolve. Last year, we met the limitations of the transmission, the clutch system, and the cooling system in the McLaren. So on the Dragon, we were getting really high oil temps, and I was pushing the car to its absolute limits. We knew that we would potentially be in another situation where we kicked a rod or had catastrophic failure. So
Yeah.
to prevent that happening, where I like to run the car is somewhere you don't want to break down. There is no help for hours and hours. It's a whole ass ordeal if something goes wrong.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that the car was at its very optimal capabilities, and well, this is the overall end product, and I couldn't be happier. I think what we landed on 950-ish, somewhere in the 950-ish range on pump gas, which is super impressive on a 95-degree Georgia day with the humidity and heat and everything that we've got going on. So I couldn't be more happy with that. We're super excited about our new car, but I'm excited to see where this falls. And there's a lot of hype about the new ZR1. We're thankful enough to get one. It did lay down an impressive 1,027 at the wheel on the hub dyno this week.
It did.
But with my experience in this particular McLaren, 100 to 200 horsepower really doesn't matter in a case of running. So
we'll find out though.
This
won't
car's
we?
never been beat. Never once been beat. There's cars out there that could beat it. I own a couple of them. But it's never actually happened. So whether the cars were capable of beating it or not, they haven't been consistent enough. So I'm really excited to see just how consistent this car puts down the power. We know what it's going to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So you drive this one, I'll drive that one.
That's it.
And then if you win, you drive that one and I drive this one.
That'll work. And I'll be honest, man. I mean, you and I've talked about it since the C8 came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the Z06 came out, and we were both blown away by the front end grip and stuff of that car.
Yep.
And then, of course, Chevy bounced back again and made the ZR1.
Yes.
And I think it answered both of our questions of really what it needs is more power.
Yep.
Are we going to get that? We did.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the 1,027 on the ZR1 was quite impressive on the hub dyno. But even still, Justin and I sat and talked, and we were like, look, man, ZR1 is about 3,600 pounds, where this thing is just a little over 3,000. So I think power to weight ratio is going to be a big factor, especially with this thing.
500 pounds less with the McLaren.
Yeah. So with that being said, we don't want to have this thing turned all the way up to run the ZR1. That doesn't really make sense, right?
No.
So on pump gas is where we're going to try to go, and I think right at that 950 range is what we're really going to have the closest comparison, right? I still do think this gets a little bit of the edge, but we're going to see how much that is officially once we actually have the two of them together. So
it'll be interesting to see where the power ranges are
Exactly.
and which one bites better.
Right.
I personally believe that the traction system in the McLaren is superior, just in my driving experience. So I think the McLaren can lay the power down better than the Corvette can in a drag race situation. On the road course, I think the Corvette has more front grip with a
has a wider tire,
275 front tire compared to a 245.
Remember, we also measured the width.
Corvette was about, I think it was 4 inches wider.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference around the track. So
it does.
That's something that I think we'll probably try to venture on down next. Obviously, it takes away from this car being a lot of its big build, since we are doing a side-by-side comparison. So I don't want you guys to sit there and go, oh my God, Omega max power is barely, no. We're at pump gas, right? We have to make it fair. We have to do something to compare the two. Absolutely. Obviously, we'll give you guys a demonstration of what this thing is truly capable of once we finish all the testing. Yeah. But once we get to that level, then we'll say, let's really show you.
And let me just say, this car and what we've done over the years is far superior to any Corvette that's ever been built. I love my ZR1. To my understanding, there's only about 90 of them in the world right now. I'm fortunate enough to have one, but and it is going to be fun to compare the two as America sets out to dominate the supercar world. But there's different levels, and the McLaren's a different level from the interior, the leather, the quality of build, just everything.
The suspension,
everything about the car.
The
you
look.
know when you're in a McLaren, and you know when you're in a Corvette.
Sure.
I parked my new ZR1 next to our old C8, and you really can't aesthetically tell much of the difference other than the hood and the wings. So, so it's hard to differentiate from a $50,000 Vet and a $500,000 Vet. This, when you pull up, you know
the deal.
And,
you know the deal.
And what we did here wasn't to far surpass the power levels that we already had. It was dependability, consistency. We don't want to break it. We want the best of the best. So, so an extravagant world record power number wasn't our goal. It was, we want a car that we can take out, beat on every day, track, daily drive back and forth to work. And that's what we got. You're going to see some extravagant numbers next week when we turn it up.
Yep.
We're shooting for the 1200 plus range, and that's my goal. I think it's very obtainable, very realistic, especially with the power levels that we've already seen. So this will be exciting, and it'll be exciting to see how long it holds up and lasts. And but again, we've 70,000 miles, one owner, one driver.
Yep.
That says a lot.
It does. It does.
The only thing I've kept longer than this car is my wife, and she's more expensive to let go than this. So, but no, there's been an incredible car. It's been fun. The entire process throughout the years, it's been awesome. And the car continues to shock not only us, but everyone around. And so I can't wait to get it out and see what it does. I can't wait for you to drive it.
I'm excited.
And see what it does.
I'm excited.
And, like I said, if you win, I want my car back.
Oh, whatever.
So
Whatever. See how he is? He throws me in the slow stuff. But
let
from
him
there,
have
guys, we're going to go ahead. We got a few little odd and end things we're going to touch on really quick. And then we're going to go ahead and do some quick roller shots going up and down the road out there. You know, the glam shots. We got to do that right. So we have some awesome people that are here that are going to help do with that. But guys, stay tuned. Like I said, we have a challenge ahead of us with this vehicle and that ZR1. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Who's going to be king of the hill?
I don't know.
Me.
Shit. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you later.